What's up, guys? I have another video for you guys. I'm gonna react to this video, and yeah,
Now to breaking news in our nation's capital. The U.S. House of Representatives has passed a bill that would ban TikTok in the U.S. unless its Chinese parent company sells the social media platform. KTLA's Trevor Shirley live in Washington with the latest for us. Trevor, good morning.
so this has been coming around for a while now. For a while now, and I know that there's a lot of fear involving TikTok and the fact that it is a Chinese-owned social media site, I guess would be no, social media. Yeah, there's been a lot of fear going around the fact that China owns TikTok, but at the same time, there's been so much good that this social media site has done, I think, for the world in terms of especially spreading music, people starting their own businesses. I think there's a lot of net positives, but for the American people, especially the older crowd, I understand that, oh, there's a Chinese company, the way the internet works, the way data works, the way it's spread. I completely get it. I understand. I'm not sure if there's been any evidence linking TikTok to China in terms of them gathering our data. I'm not sure because I know there's a separate entity operating the US market for TikTok. That's why there's different sides to TikTok. That's what the algorithm does. But I understand it. I get it. I get the fear because, especially the older people who, don't know how VPNs work or certain things like that are like, I don't know what to do. They're taking my information. I get it.
Frank, good morning to you as well. This vote just coming down in the House within the past hour or so. It was an overwhelmingly bipartisan vote. The final vote count coming in at 352 to 65. And because there was so much buy-in from both sides of the aisle, it could certainly influence how the Senate votes whenever this bill gets over to that side of.
Don't you think it's kind of sad, guys, that one of the few things the U.S., or at least over politicians, can agree on is TikTok? Banning it. That's the only thing that's like both Republicans and Democrats are like, oh yeah, totally, we're gonna do it. Out of everything, out of all the policies, it's this one.
Congress. The legislation comes amid growing concern over the Chinese government's ability to access data collected by TikTok.
Which is fair. That's a fair fear. Extremely fair.
This is a serious issue. We didn't come to it lightly.
Last week, a House committee unanimously passed the legislation that could potentially ban the social media app here in the U.S.
Algorithms, tracking people. It's dangerous for our young people, and we got to find a way to rein it in.
As it stands, the bill would force the Chinese company.
I don't know what kind of data that's sent over, but is it really that dangerous? And I'm just asking that question just to, kind of play the other part of it. Because if it's tracking your habits, things that you like, things that you're shopping for, is that really... I personally don't care if a company knows that I like their stuff. I don't understand if they keep marketing it. They can't force me to buy anything. So, I don't know.
ByteDance to sell its ownership of TikTok or face a U.S. ban.
What we're dealing with here is very specific concerns about the structure of this company and its relationship with the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party.
The FBI and the FCC warned ByteDance could share TikTok user data with the Chinese Communist Party, something TikTok denies. But some lawmakers worry a ban could limit the rights of Americans.
Some of us are concerned that there are First Amendment implications here. Americans have the right to view information.
Supporters argue that's not the case.
Our bill is not an act of censorship. It is a safeguard for our citizens, a firewall against foreign adversary-controlled applications.
Others say Congress needs a more comprehensive approach to all social media, not just TikTok.
We can't just single out one. I don't think we fully appreciate the impact this is going to have.
Now, because we just
That's actually a valid point in terms of the whole censoring thing, just kind of targeting TikTok. But at the same time, I don't think the other companies have that relationship with China. But I'm still curious, like, what kind of information is getting sent, if it is.
saw such overwhelmingly bipartisan consensus on this legislation in the House, there's a really good sense now that senators will take a stronger look at this legislation and consider, because of that bipartisan support, whether or not that may influence how they end up voting on this. At this point, it's not clear when this legislation will make it over to the Senate for a vote or which way it could go over there either. That's the latest here in Washington. We'll send it back to you guys in LA.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's been warnings about TikTok getting banned. Yeah, I'm ready, Mega Man. But anyway, I think there's been warnings. There's been the writing on the wall. But, I mean, we'll have to see in the future, near future, about this whole TikTok ban thing. I mean, I'm hoping not, because I think it's a great avenue for people to start their businesses with. But, I mean, nothing's really permanent when it comes to this, I guess, internet game. Yeah.